Gonna stream until midnight in your wildest dreams. This is a good match. I was sad that these two had to play each other. In my bracket, they did have to play each other, right? I think I had this as a loser's bracket match. AngryBird versus BigBird. So, yeah, these two obviously played each other a lot. In fact, when they used to stream, I don't remember whose channel they streamed on, but I remember seeing them play forever ago. I think that was the first time I saw a very good Zeku player, was when BigBird was messing with the character and then AngryBird was messing with the character. It was a while ago, but this is a really good match. Mostly because these two are really familiar with each other. Man, it cracks me up. Zeku is like, I feel like when I describe Zeku, I'm like, yeah, you know, like old Zeku, right? Old Zeku has got like, you know, zoning. He's got an uppercut. You know, he's got like pokes. He's just a really solid, well-rounded character, and oh, he's gone. Like every Zeku player's goal is that as fast as possible get to young Zeku. But to be fair, young Zeku is really good. He has better pressure and ground buttons, and his walk speed is excellent. So I don't kind of blame him for this sort of a matchup, right? Like it makes sense to me. Jab, jab, palm a little too far. I don't think shoulder would have reached either. Yeah, counter hit heavy kick. Counter hit heavy kick, but too far for standing strong here. So yeah, I went for fierce and caught BigBird trying to poke after. I think expecting him to go for the strong and miss. That was probably the best anti-air option he had, right? Oh no, miss combo. This is good damage. Run. Oh wow, I went for the air throw instead. I thought he was gonna do the run slide. I like that whole series. That was a good choice. So he does the HK Graham, EX, right? Crouching heavy. EX, run, jump air, or dash jump air throw. Switch Graham as a meaty. This would have killed if he jumped or got hit by him. And then standing light kick buffer. With old Zeku, standing light kick buffer Graham is really good. Combos on counter hit. Standing light kick buffer DP if you want to get crazy, but it's pretty solid. I'm surprised he didn't do the run into, what's it called? Overhead after that knockdown, to be honest with you. But I don't know why he chose the air throw. He also switched to old Zeku, which I think old Zeku is, you know, if you're looking for a jump or something in particular, it's okay. But to close out the round, I think young Zeku's buttons are really good. Trade. Yeah. It's one important part about this matchup. When you're in young, you have a 3-frame button, so this is a trade, right? They both have a 3-frame button. That wall escapes, yeah. I mean, you can't chase that, you know, with every option. You have kind of whack answers. Yeah, that's counter hit combo smoked. You just walk up and fish for medium punch when you have full bar. Really good with young Zeku. I think the reason he did that combo choice, Ruggy, was probably to like be as safe as possible, I'd guess, right? Just back up and do Graham. Like you don't even have to commit to meaty timing. Really? That's probably what I'd guess. I don't know. You know, it depends on the scenario, I guess. It also depends on whether or not you want to thank Cambark for the Twitch Prime. Hey, did you see my ad on Ninja Stream? Thanks for coming by. Yeah, it doesn't do an early switch this time, but I imagine we'll see a backdash switch, yeah. In this, I think you want the better walk speed and buttons from young Zeku a lot of the times, right? There's only like really a few matchups I feel like where people play old Zeku more and then switch to young Zeku. Fierce caught the jump out. Yeah, that was a good choice from BigBird, I think, right? Because first Fierce catches the jump out. Second Fierce, then you cancel because now that BigBird's been hit, he's like, oh, I should probably block. Ease the segue count in season 2 or season 4. Yeah. Wow, that was messed up. If you got a combo, I think maybe EX Eagle. But man, this is just about the worst thing that could have happened, right? Activate. He tried to dash up block or walk up block, right? So side switch, that's hard to block. EX Eagle, maybe, probably not. And then he wants dash up, walk back, throw bait, but because AngryBird walked forward, he was in range for back throw. And young Zeku's back throw, first of all, it hurts. It does a lot of damage. Second of all, he's going to do this. And yeah, oh, he tried to punish with the V-trigger. Well, that was probably, you know, the way he was winning that round. Zeku's throws are, yeah, especially when young Zeku's throws really hurt. This is probably one of the only things that young Zeku can do against Rashid's jump normals. The one thing about Rashid is that he tends to do his jump normals early in the air and stuff, but he has great jump normals. And you're not going to really be able to anti-air them that well, but walk under is a really good thing for a young Zeku. Buffered the strong into EX shoulder. Yeah, that was a punish while he was landing from the jump in. Young Zeku just hitting light kick a lot because it's a pretty fast, far-ranging button. That wall escape is pretty scary. Damn, that reached. Yeah, old Zeku, you want front throw for the meaty fierce after probably, and then for young Zeku, you probably want back throw because of the damage a lot of the times. I think both throws are fine for him, though. Yeah, I mean, right there you have to guess whether he's going to throw bait you with, like, EX Eagle or heavy kick, or it depends on if he has V-trigger or not. He just gets clipped by the jab. I imagine maybe holding up or up back or something. Meaty crouching fierce after old Zeku forward throw. Yeah, I mean, that's great too. Meaty fierce, meaty crouching fierce, especially with the crush counter change, his fierce is really good. But the thing about this matchup is that we talked about it the last time we watched this matchup. The kind of issue that you're going to have with Zeku in a match like this is when you're in old Zeku, you have anti-airs that can beat a lot of Rashid's options. But when you're in young Zeku, you have to fight on the ground, and you lose your defensive options, right? You have a 3-frame button now. That's great. But you don't really have, like, he ended the medium mixer there short to get the mix-up. You don't have the kind of defensive options of, like, our invincible reversal. Instead of doing the full medium mixer here, he does like a little bit of it, ends it so that the tornado mix-up is real. But yeah, he blocked overhead. Yeah, slide activate, 50-50. That's a lot of damage, man. Because he's in V-trigger, young Zeku's low threats are a lot scarier, right? Outside of V-trigger, his crouching light kick, it's not that bad. Crouching light kick, crouching jab, palm, or shoulder is like, yeah, the damage is not that big. But in V-trigger, short, run into crouching light kick again. That flip setup's messed up with the EX. You can't see what side it's going to end up on. Or at least I can't see what side it's going to end up on. Apparently, BigBird can't see it either. And you can also use the throw as well, off the Bushin flip. It's a really good setup. If you get crush counter sweep, I mean, that's the plan. Or in that case, you got slide and then stand switched. Because he V-trigger activated, right? I like that jab check. Because he hit kind of jump fierce kind of high up. And if you read that he's going to walk up and throw or something after or try to frame trap a late tech or something, then challenging there is not that bad. Wow, jump back. Yeah, you jump and then throw as late as possible. Wow, double switch. That's a whiff punish. It would have been a better whiff punish if he did standing fierce. Oh, no. He didn't want that. Yeah, you know, AngryBird's doing a really good job of defending against the V-trigger mix-ups. And also, he's doing, like, a good job of recognizing when BigBird wants to walk back and bait throws and stuff. Yeah, light kick check, slide into V-trigger. That's sort of the way you're going to play a lot of this match. Like, yeah, if you're BigBird here, it's hard because you're playing someone who's very familiar with how you run your offense and how you like to play. Like, BigBird has a pretty, like, particular style, right? And we saw when he was playing Gotcha-kun, he has like a very like BigBird way of playing, but that's not gonna surprise AngryBird. He's like, oh, dash up, oh, I'm just gonna jab check, or you try to do a button on block, walk back, I'm gonna do jab short, slide, V-trigger, and now you're stuck, right? Yeah, I think Zeku's really fun, and I also think he's very good. I thought he was pretty good last season. This season, he got a couple of quality of life changes and decent buffs. Like, he's not obviously a silly, like, oh my god, this character is absurd kind of character, but he's just really fun, very fluid, and completely viable. Yeah, you see, that's what I like. I like from BigBird. I wish what he would do, which is what we saw earlier in this matchup when we saw Momochi Oil King, was abuse those jumps at the right range so that you can't walk under them. It's a little hard to do, but yeah, there's a lot of success, I think, in trying to do that. Dizzy, he's smoked. Palm, back throw. That's a lot of meter. It's like that's a lot of viewers that Anakin's sending over. Thanks very much for the host, homie. I hope the stream was good. You know, that's something that's only, like, it's something to think about in this match. Almost every time we've seen AngryBird start the match with, like, backdash stance switch or raw stance switch. So if you're BigBird, you probably read it and jump, but he still has an anti-air. Unless he's in Young Zeku, he can DP those pretty easily, right? Young Zeku's anti-airs are a little suspect. Actually, they're more than a little suspect. They suck. They're kind of whack. Fierce whiff punish. That's really, really, really easy to hit confirm this target combo, by the way. This one right here, boom. You have all the time in the world to hit fierce. Oh, it hit. Second fierce, and then run slide. It's very good. He's got a lot of good buttons on the ground, actually. Yeah, that light kick is very active, and it's plus. And he's got slide into V-trigger, obviously, which is really good. His V-reversal is extremely fast. It gets you out of tons of scenarios. Someone said, oh shit, Shaheen. You know, it's not Shaheen. Also, Shaheen won Evo, not, you know, the finals, like Capcom Cup. Yeah, that was a good challenge. The thing is almost every jump in, Young Zeku has whack anti-airs, right? So when he sees a jump, the best option is just to walk under and then punish on the other side or like try to throw him. That's what he tried here. Yeah, this is a scary spot though, because if he does light kick and then slide, oh, you're dead. That was sick. Smoked. Yeah, that was a good reaction. Because if you're sitting in that situation, anytime you see this is reversal super. But because of how far away he was, the V-trigger activation made it even easy. It wasn't like it was a cancel, right? He just does like fierce, walk back, EX whirlwind shot. A lot of the times when people have super and stuff, if you cancel into EX whirlwind shot, it makes it easier to react to. But in this case, right, because you didn't cancel, he had time to V-trigger and then go to critical art. So I think BigBird did something that would have beaten one option or made one option hard to beat, but made the other option like pretty easy. Damn. Sucks that the birds had to fight for round one losers. BigBird, AngryBird. You know, every time I hear BigBird's name, I think about Sesame Street, right? And I saw that article recently that was like Sesame Street is thinking about introducing a homeless character. And I was like, how are you gonna disrespect Oscar the Grouch in such a fucked up way, right? That's horrible. You can't just be like, oh yeah, we're gonna introduce a homeless character. Oscar lives in a fucking trash can, bro. He doesn't have a home. And don't say the trash can's his home. I know what you're gonna say. So look at that. Running Fleet in the chat says Oscar the Grouch is a homeowner. No, he's not. A trash can's not a home. Trash day, they come and empty out your house. That's not how that works. Bitch, I live in a fucking trash can. You can't just do that shit. That shit is roomy? No, half of his torso is sticking out of the trash can. This shit is not okay. That shit, you can't just introduce a homeless character. Maybe he has a home, but he chooses to live in the trash can. Don't say shit like that.